All right, welcome everyone to the City Council regular council meeting. First, we're going to have a public hearing for the proposed municipal tax budget for fiscal year 2026. Can I have the roll call, please?
Wilco?
Here.
Martino?
Here.
Paz?
Here.
Cap?
Here.
Dyke?
Here.
Reeves?
Here.
Peggy?
Here.
Very good. Next, witness testimony. Mr. Ebert.
Who's going to be testifying tonight? Please stand.
Wait.
Raise your right hand. Swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give tonight will be the truth, nothing but the truth. Answer, I do.
I do.
Please acknowledge you've been sworn in when you speak, please.
Very good. Very good. Mr. Hamilton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to hand this over to Mr. Phillips, and he will run us through the tax budget.
Very good.
Good evening, guys.
Mr. Phillips.
Hope you had an opportunity to review the proposed 2026 tax budget. Some notable assumptions. Our revenue aligns with our anticipation of stagnant growth, those assumptions being 3% increases in income and property tax revenue. Forecasting is going to remain a challenge with global supply chain issues and shifting inflation. However, this is just an initial tax budget. We'll certainly adapt as we move through the budgeting process this fall. If you guys have any questions or concerns, I'm happy to answer those.
Mr. Hagee.
Are we still trending at 3% over budgeted income tax?
Yeah.
Right around 3?
Yep.
We know where that's coming from yet? Is that payroll increase or those profits?
Mr. Hamilton.
We are still anticipating the income tax to keep rising at the 3%. Currently, we're looking at about just under 9% ahead of last year. So again, then this is just a step in the budgetary process for the county. We submit this.
No, I understand. I was just curious.
So no, I mean, as we move, we're only just starting to steady down with the revenue on the tax side. So until we get our second property tax in, and we're starting to realize, I think we'll probably stay right around between 6 and 8%. Thanks.
Any other questions? Mr. Phillips or Mr. Hamilton? Very good. With that said, I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Hagee.
I move to adopt the 2026 annual tax budget as prepared and received.
Questions on the motion? Roll call.
Peggy?
Yes.
Wilco?
Yes.
Martino?
Yes.
Paz?
Yes.
Cap?
Yes.
Dyke?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Very good. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Biddlecombe.
I move that we adjourn tonight's public hearing.
Roll call, please.
Wilco?
Yes.
Martino?
Yes.
Paz?
Yes.
Cap?
Yes.
Dyke?
Yes.
Reeves?
Yes.
Peggy?
Yes.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to call to order our regular meeting, council meeting. Please stand up for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Wilco?
Here.
Martino?
Here.
Paz?
Here.
Cap?
Here.
Dyke?
Here.
Reeves?
Here.
Peggy?
Here.
Okay, next on the agenda is the oath of office. Mr. Hamilton will administer the oath of office to Colin Armstrong as a full-time firefighter paramedic.
Okay, repeat after me. I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
I solemnly swear. I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the state of Ohio.
and the state of Ohio,
And will obey the laws thereof.
and will obey the laws thereof,
And that I will, in all respects,
and that I will, in all respects,
uphold and enforce
uphold and enforce
the provisions of the Charter and ordinances of this city.
the provisions of the charter and the ordinances of the city,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of firefighter paramedic upon which I am about to enter.
of firefighter paramedic upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations, glad you're with me. Pictures. Can we have the lights stay?
Yep, you can. Yeah, just watch the camera behind it.
We get one with the badge being pinned, cut, jumping. Make sure you make him scream, okay? You're allowed to give him a kiss.
Your arm around here.
And any of them want to jump up for the picture, please head on up.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's your brother. Thank you.
One more.
Give him a short call.
He's really short.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Congrats.
Okay. Call. Grab one for your talking friend. All right, thank you. Here's your line.
You guys want to stay? Shortest meeting ever. Dave Kearney.
Next on the agenda, we have the approval of minutes.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Dyke.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of June 10th, regular council meeting, and June 24th, regular council meeting as written. Or do I have to do them individually? Why is this thing so close?
Because someone's not here.
So make a motion individually? Mr. Mayor, I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes for June 10th, 2025, regular council meeting.
Questions? Roll call?
Knight,
Yes.
Reeves,
Yes.
Maybe,
Yes.
Middlecombe.
Yes.
Martino,
Yes.
Pause,
Yes.
Snap,
Yes.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of June 24th, 2025, regular council meeting.
Questions? Roll call?
Knight,
I think I need to abstain.
Did you read them?
Reeves,
I did not read them,
Yes.
Maybe,
but I was not here. Dick.
Middlecombe,
Yes.
Martino,
Yes.
Pause,
Yes.
Snap,
Yes. Okay, next on the agenda, citizens may address their concerns to the city council. Please state your name and address for the recorded journal. Please keep it to the 3-minute time limit. Moving on, old business, none. New business, we have none. City managers discussion, Mr. Hamilton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. East Side Sidewalk Project and the Route 13 Crosswalk Project. The contract for construction and construction inspection for both projects have now been awarded. We have pre-construction meetings next week. Once they're complete, we should be able to set the schedule and let everyone know when they're going to be happening. The Route 6 Phase 2 project, the Stage 3 plans were submitted to ODOT in 7.3. We'll await final comments from ODOT before we can put that project out to bid. Under planning and zoning, under code amendments, the department continued to document code sections that are antiquated, contradictory, absent, and unclear, and as written. Staff have reached out to a consultant to provide a proposal to update the existing sign ordinances. They're very old, they're very complicated, and they're spread all the way through our ordinances. We received a proposal for $8,100 to rewrite those, update them, and create new sections where needed. A PO has been issued for that. We'll keep council updated. Parks and Rec, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Boating Infrastructure Grant. ODNR Parks and Watercraft has received notification that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, quite a mouthful, that our project has been fully approved for selection of funding at the tune of $300,000. We intend to use that $300,000, and the additional $200,000 grant will be a local match. So we'll have $500,000 to replace a couple of those sets of docks in the boat basin. Fairman's Park restroom concession stand was painted by the Iceland Noble employees. They donated their time and the materials to paint those buildings, so we truly appreciate their commitment to the community and their work. Red, White, and Blue Bang. This event was well attended and was a great success last weekend. Thank you to all our staff, volunteers, and attendees for supporting the local community. Riverfest is on its way. It's an annual summer festival held in Huron, celebrating community and its waterfront along the Huron River. This multi-day event features a lively mix of family-friendly activities, parades, live music, food, vendors, carnival rides, craft booths, and firework displays over the river. Save the date. That will be Friday, July 11th from 5:30 to fireworks at 10:15. Saturday, July 12th from 8:30 a.m., which will be the River Run 5K relay and fun run through to 10 p.m. at night. And the Huron Lions Club Riverfest Parade will take place on Saturday, July, I think that should be, Saturday, July 12th, 11 a.m. Also coming up is the K96 Summer Jam. Come on down to the boat basin on July 19th for some fun food, live music, vendors, and more. Couple of water department updates. The water department staff recently attended a training in Toledo through the AWWA on the June 25th and received contact hours to keep up to date with our Ohio EPA licensure. Seasonal sampling has begun for microcystin this month at the plant. The harmful algae bloom forecast is predicted to be about the same as last year, which was labeled as mild to moderate. HPP would like to welcome their new customer, the first new customer since Mucci in 2021. PRI Plus is scheduled to join us next Thursday. They'll be switching over from First Energy to Huron Public Power. Hopefully that's the first of many to come. And to round out July's meetings, there's a BZA meeting on Monday, July 14th at 5:30 in the council chambers. A planning commission meeting on Wednesday, July 16th at 5 o'clock in the council chambers. And the final council meeting of the month, Tuesday, July 22nd at 6:30 in the council chambers. And with that, I'd quite happily answer any questions.
Questions, Mr. Dyke?
I just wanted to pass along, I know I mentioned this to you, but individuals in Forest Hills, I had another resident reach out to me regarding some issues that they feel some of their concrete has cracked because of when we did the water lines and also some of the maintenance in the roads. So I'm going to be passing that on to you. So I know there was one other individual that had some concerns. So thanks for attention to details on that. But I just want to let you know there was another one.
And through you, Mr. Mayor, Larry will be going up and walking that site up through there to have a look at the ones that have been reported and the ones that haven't, and just see if we can notice a pattern. If we need to get the contractor back in to rectify any of the issues, we will do.
Okay, thank you.
I got a question on sidewalks. Been brought up by a council member and myself. The letters go out, the people need to take care of their sidewalks. If they do not take care of them, we take care of them and then put them on their taxes?
Yep.
Okay, with that said, but it is also, what I understand, it's a misdemeanor? Is that what you told me, Terry?
I don't believe it is. So,
But just so you realize, we have a courtesy round.
Okay, I was
We
just,
have that, then they have, give them some time. And if the work isn't done, we'll then send out certifieds and then they pay.
okay,
And they can, doesn't necessarily go out their taxes automatically. They have 30 days from when we invoice them to pay it. It doesn't go out.
okay, the misdemeanor question, I thought I asked you, and you said that was under one of our,
I'll have to look.
Isn't that for repeat offenders?
I don't know, I just didn't know how it would be a misdemeanor if we ended up taking care of it and put it on their taxes.
yeah.
Okay, somebody, one of the residents said that it was stated that it was, so.
Let's just double verify that. I don't
Yeah.
want bad information.
I can't figure out how it would work if we end up taking care of it, so it doesn't make sense to me. All right, that's what I need. Anyone else? Mr. Artino?
Do you or Mr. Hamilton want to address, earlier this week, someone on Facebook made a comment about our use of the trailer park, and they were raising a concern about why we can't do something with it in 3 years. I think maybe for the record, again, we ought to explain that.
Yeah, so, yeah, and Mr. Artino, thanks for bringing that. I was do that. Yeah, so I checked. Somebody did post something about the trailer park and us not doing anything yet. Legally, we cannot. At this time, there was a 3-year, so we probably got close to 2 years left. Ms. Welkner did leave a message, and she did discuss it with Mr. Hamilton and did text. So yes, so it's a legality. We can't do anything with it right now. The way it is, people are entitled to agree or not to agree, but we can't change what the legal status is. And if Mr. Hamilton, you want to go ahead and say something else with that.
So just for the record, we took bonds out. Those bonds are non-taxable bonds. So to be non-taxable bonds, they have to be for public use. So the stipulation is the minimum amount of time that parcel has to stay as public use is that 3-year period. After that 3 years, those bonds are callable, which means we can pay them off if we want to. So at that point, we can go ahead and do something with that site. The city doesn't have any plans for that site at this point. There will be public engagement. There will be public outreach. This is not a decision that the city's just going to randomly make themselves. We'll keep the public fully informed as we move through this process.
He explained that a lot better than I did.
Yes, no.
A lot. And I would like to point out, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, we did even reach out to the Rye Beach neighborhood specifically because it's adjacency
and shortly after, closing out and getting it all cleaned up, and attempted, I think, on more than one occasion to ask them if they wanted to come and have some specific dialogue, if the city manager, they wanted the city manager to come speak at or answer questions at a board meeting of their association, which they didn't take us up on at this point. So, not that we will for sure, like Mr. Hamilton said, have community engagement. But I also would like to point out that I think we don't have to wait 3 years to start having some discussion about what could be some options. So, I propose, it's on the list that we start thinking about having some discussions and having thrown some ideas around, but we couldn't entertain selling it to a developer or anything other than, and I don't think we've decided, or I shouldn't say I don't think, we haven't decided on if it was going to be a permanent park, let's say, for example. We could do that now because that's public use, but I don't think that was part of we haven't decided that we think it's going to be permanently a public space forever. So that's why we've been just kind of letting it, maintaining it, and we'll continue discussions on that going forward. I had another question. Or I just want to clarify, Route 6 Phase 2, we're talking about west, the roundabout. That's because someone did ask me about that recently, what the status was of that. So that's when you said that's been submitted to ODOT for the next round. We'll also have to have, there's some mandatory community engagement and stuff like that once we get past this next step, correct?
Yep, through you, Mr. Mayor. The stage 3 plans go in, ODOT will review them, they'll give us comments back, we'll address them. Once we get to that stage, the next step they require us to do is public involvement. So that's going to include putting contact forms out, putting stuff on the website, putting out on social media. They track everything that we do. Once we get all the feedback back, all the comments, and we've answered all the questions, then they'll release us to go out to bid on the project.
I guess my point was going to be what you said as far as, knowing how fast government works. It would probably make sense to start talking about the trailer park now, so that we can get engaged the public, put something together so that when the 3 years are up, we can actually move on something instead of starting the process and taking another 3 years to talk about it. But, and then as far as Route 6, you made me think, once we go through all those steps, when do you anticipate that starting, the actual construction?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, ideally, we want to be breaking blacktop this year, end of the year.
Okay.
And we want to be completed next year. What we really don't want to do is start drifting into the US 6 connectivity project timeline, because then you'd have construction down through Route 6 here, and then all the roundabouts going down Round Beach Road. So we really want to get ours done and out the way, and it's also, that's when our funding year is. That $1 million+ we have has to be spent in that fiscal year.
26.
Yep. So we need to get through that and get that done and get those monies spent.
Yeah, I think it's probably the question I get the most about that is, when is it going to happen? Because I think there is some concern there, knowing that there is the whole Route 6 connectivity project going on, that there's going to be no way in and out of town.
And to be honest, ODOT are well aware of this. I'm in all the connectivity project ones, and this comes up on a regular basis, so they're aware that they need to act fast on ours so we can get done before they start theirs.
We're kind of held to their whatever they say.
Yes.
Time point. Mr. Hagee.
Yeah, I'm just curious, this might be more for Gary, but do we have any substantial, substantive federal legislation that we talked about a few minutes?
So a lot of them are still slowly moving through the House down there. There was one there was a ballot measure that was going to remove property taxes for the state of Ohio. They didn't get their signature, so that's not going on. The budget bill has cleared the House, and I believe it's still in the Senate. It hasn't been finalized yet. We believe the governor will line veto a lot of portions of it. The marijuana sales tax has stalled yet again in the House. It made it to another committee, and imagine they couldn't get an agreement, so it's been tabled again probably until the fall at this point.
And are we getting feedback from our representatives about how they feel, and are they supporting our point of view, or do we just not hear from them, like I do?
We did receive.
We
letters.
invited both.
We've invited all those people that we sent letters to. We did receive 2 or 3 letters back.
Yep, we heard back from EJ and Gavarone, I believe.
And one more.
Neither could make it. They offered if we had other dates they could come to, and we've sent some off, and we're still waiting.
That was going to be my next question. I'm wondering, do they know how we feel, and are they in supportive of the way we feel?
Yes and no. Yes to the first half, no to the second.
Okay, so they know how we feel.
Yes.
They're not in support of the way we feel, which may explain why they don't want to come.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, those are the only 2 we got responsive.
Yeah.
Everybody else never sent a response.
Yeah, but it's a
back.
state legislation, so those are the only 2 I would care to hear from.
What?
And
There's some.
wondering, well, I don't know. I'd like to make a motion. We invite him again.
Oh, through you, Mr. Mayor, we
Any second and fourth Tuesday of the month
we've given them
for the
those
next 3
options.
months.
We sent them the dates.
And they didn't reply.
The second time, no.
Okay, good. At least it's not just me that they don't reply. That feels
No,
better.
we got replies, not what.
Well, first time.
Not this.
Yeah.
Not the second invitation.
I have an answer for your sidewalk question. 52106, sidewalks in repair and clean. He says whoever violates this. Now, this includes snow removal, obstructions on the sidewalk. And we're giving them options with our letter. So they have a choice to put it on their taxes. We're giving them that choice.
Right.
So that they're, by having us do the work, they are choosing one of the choices we gave them.
But
So there would be no misdemeanor there because they followed the violation notice.
if they let us do it,
Yes. They call and they most of them let me know that they want us to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of, that's weird how that's written out.
I'm sorry, just to finish up on my snide remarks.
Oh,
I just have one more point, and I don't remember what it is right now, so.
Come back.
Maybe we could, just give them an open invitation.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I at least will agree to meet whenever they're available. How's that? Yeah.
We can touch our
Anytime.
meeting.
Yeah, are they watching? I doubt it. But are they watching? I agree to meet with you whenever you're available. How's that? Make it easy on you, the representative of me. Okay, I'm done now.
So my interpretation of the misdemeanor in that chapter is more on the general maintenance side, the leaves, the snow, things like that. When it gets to the sidewalk replacement, our sidewalk program doesn't end up in a misdemeanor, okay? Because we're going to inspect, inform you, re-inspect, inform you. If you haven't chosen to do it at that point, we're going to do it and we're going to bill you.
Right.
No misdemeanor.
It's a little confusing because especially if that includes snow and stuff.
Yeah.
You know how that is.
Yeah. So that is not included in the sidewalk program.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just curious, does anybody, Swearingen says he lives in Huron. Does anyone know if that's true?
He does have a house off of Hull Road, and he also owns it. He also
I get to swing by. For work.
he also owns a condo in the town.
Oh, yeah. He must be really busy.
Then Terry will reach out again.
Yeah, and just for your point, 2 of them replied, not to your things. The other ones we wrote to did not.
That's typical. And you know how much energy it took to reply to that? You know how much? That was like 3 days worth of work.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
I mean, it is.
Right.
There's 6
The fact
minions.
that the staff does.
Yeah.
The staff replied.
The
So.
staff is. who
Still.
reply.
Still, it's work. A lot of work.
Anything else for Mr. Hamilton?
Got one.
Okay, Mr. Groves.
Riverside Drive had a resident over there ask if sidewalks would ever be presented in there. Said with the neighborhood growing, with more houses going back there, more people are walking, they kind of feel like it's a accident waiting to happen when everyone's walking on the streets.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, currently it is not on the plan. We're always looking for new places to apply for grants for. There's a couple of areas, Berlin Road being one, that's in front of it if we do get grants. But we'll definitely add it to the list and keep fishing for it.
Yeah. Some intersection. Huh?
Oh, here we
Ask us first.
go.
Golden streets.
Anyone else for Mr. Hamilton?
What did they say?
All right. Mayor's discussion. Make it quick. Welcome, Mr. Phillips. First council meeting. All right. You think everything's going okay so far? That's what you're saying?
Yeah,
All right. All right.
that's great.
What should we
Oh,
DJ?
man, you don't have to suck up just yet. But yeah. Perfect. So anyway, I want to welcome you. The red, white, and blue got good comments on that. So, welcome to Colin Armstrong, and a full-time firefighter. Riverfest this weekend. Again, enjoy, spend some money, have fun, be safe. It's always a festive weekend. Axel Novo, thank you for doing the painting. I think it was a payment, so it's great when businesses like that in the area come back and help out. So I believe that is all I got. Moving on to for the good of the order, Mr. Hagee.
Yeah, I just wanted to share an experience that I had this past week, which is that I had 3 residents reach out to me. I got back to 2 of them the same day, and one of them the next day, able to resolve their problems. And I only bring this up because it might be a demonstration of what somebody who represents people ought to be doing. Listening to them, reacting to them, accepting their invitations to come and talk. I don't know, just not for you guys, I know you guys do it, but there's other representatives out there that have no interest in talking to the people they represent. So I thought I'd throw that out there just as a fun story. That's all I have.
Very good. Mr. Greaves.
I got nothing to follow that up.
Mr. Greaves.
I would like to welcome you, Isaac. Congratulations. Welcome to the city of Huron. I'd also like to say congratulations to Colin Armstrong for his, it's always neat to see that take place, especially even when anybody comes and joins Huron. Lastly, we had a meeting before this regarding the e-scooter bikes. I just want to make it on the record to where it is scary out there. I tell my kids they are not allowed to ride them, and then Greaves tells me my kids ride on the back one, so I do say something to him very strongly how he should not be doing that. But these kids out there, they have no common sense of the simple safety laws. I can't believe how some of them ride. I mean, I just saw it the other day. I saw a kid pulling another kid on a skateboard. If he hits a small pebble, the kid's gone. He goes head first. He's going to be, with some traumatic brain injury. So I just want to say, kids, parents, be safe out there. I don't want you guys coming in here blaming us because our hands are really tied to do a lot of different things. But I just hope we don't ever have to hear about a kid that gets injured from those e-bikes because they do fly through the city. With that said, have a great Riverfest weekend, William. I know you're leading that charge, and that's always a fun weekend. And I hope everybody's safe and we have a great weekend. So thank you.
Good. Mr. Klaus.
Yes, I also want to thank or welcome, I should say, Isaac. So you just finished your first week, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, lucky for you, Stu was gone for a portion of it, so you, you got it broken in easy. And also welcome Colin Armstrong to the fire department, paramedic team, great group of guys over there, and welcome him and to round out our crew there. And look again, everybody. I think we had a good, safe 4th of July last week. I didn't hear of any, certainly no major incidents. I thought actually the kind of in our area the fireworks in terms of just miscellaneous kids running around throwing stuff seemed to be down. I didn't hear a lot of just random stuff going off. So 4th of July night there was a lot of festivities and people doing stuff locally, but that was safe, and I think everything went pretty well. And then looking forward now to another big weekend with Riverfest. William and his crew, good luck and hope you have another good, safe summer holiday weekend. That's it.
Mr. Artino.
I just would like to welcome Isaac and Colin also to our great city, and see you all down to Riverfest. Have a good weekend.
Good. Mr. Middlecombe.
Thanks, staff, for your hard work. Welcome, Isaac, and congratulations and welcome to Colin Armstrong. Don't forget, everybody, special meeting, Scott Cemetery Board, tomorrow night, Wednesday, July 9th, 5 p.m. Be there. It's going to be good.
Is this the last one?
Should be the last meeting ever, so. And again, Riverfest, looking forward to that. One question that I get, and I'll mention it tonight because there is a slight chance of rain on the forecast. Assume the fireworks will happen. That it's Friday at 10:15. And then next weekend is the K96 Summer Jam, 5 p.m. That's July 19th. And then on the 20th starts the Sundays with the Vermilion Community Concert Band at 7 p.m. on July 20th. Please come out and support our local events, programs, student athletes, and go Tigers.
Good. Anything else? I would entertain a motion for us to go into executive session.
Mr. Mayor.
Klaus.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion to enter into 2 executive sessions. First, to consider the sale of city-owned real property, and second, to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official. I'd like to invite Mr. Ebert and Mr. Hamilton. And I don't believe we'll have any legislation after this meeting.
Paul.
Klaus?
Yes.
Cap?
Yes.
Knight?
Yes.
Reed?
Yes.
Peggy?
Yes.
Middlecombe?
Yes.
Artino?
Yes.
Good.
Be back.
So it's back in session. We are not taking any action. At this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Biddlecombe,
I make a motion that we adjourn tonight's meeting.
questions? Roll call, please.
Biddlecombe?
Yes.
Martino?
Yes.
Boggs?
Yes.
Knapp?
Yes.
Knight?
Yes.
Reed?
See.
Peggy?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
I got good seating.
Were you buying?
Letter C.